Well, I guess I'm live, huh? Well, what time is it? What time is it? Okay, go live in. Oh, okay. I'm almost there. Hey now, everybody. I don't see anybody online now, so I'm just going to talk and say how happy I am to see 2022. How happy I am to be blessed to walk into 2022 with you. And we're going to do big things. We're going to do great things, okay? So I guess it's time for me to start. Last week I was shaking in my boots. That was my first live. This week, I'm cool. Well, I'm still kind of nervous, but you know what? I got you. And for everybody who's online or who comes on this live, and for everybody who watches it on replay, I'd like to say Happy New Year to you and thank you for all the support that you've given to JLS Success Central in 2021. Had it not been for you, we wouldn't be here on this live. We have had an opportunity because of your support. We've been able to create multiple digital products to help you build your business credit. And we have created a Facebook page now and an Instagram page, and the link is in the description below. So anyway, I'm talking about how I'm not nervous. I didn't introduce myself. I would like to introduce to some and present to others moi. My name is Janet Childs Smith, aka Miss Janet, and I am a wife, a mother, a grandmother, a proud grandmother. I am an entrepreneur. I have 2 LLCs. I am a investor. I focus on investing in mortgage notes, and I am a business credit coach. Now, I could sit and talk to you about all the things that I perceive to be great that I've done. I could talk to you about my undergraduate work, how I graduated with my bachelor's magna cum laude, or I could talk about at 60 years old, no doubt. Or I could talk about how I graduated with my master's in Christian education at age 65. Or I could talk about all the accolades and how much money I've made and how much money I've lost and so on and so forth. But you don't want to hear that. You want to hear what you gonna do for me. And guess what? I got a lot to do for you. I have a lot of information to share with you. And I am excited and I'm just going to get busy. I'm just going to get busy. Still nervous, but you know, Miss Janet, I'm going to keep it pushing. And every week, I'm going to get better and better and better. All right? So, anyway, as I said, we now on Facebook and Instagram. So please click on the link below and follow us. Give us the same kind of love that you give us on YouTube. We need you. We've only been on Instagram and Facebook for about a month. So there's not a lot of activity, but I'm posting every day. And we have reels dropping 2, 3 to 4 times a week. So check us out. Okay? Okay. Tonight's video, tonight's live session is about what I've been talking about for the last couple of months. $100,000 in business funding in 2022. How are we going to do that? Well, Miss Janet wants to lead the charge. I want to provide you with everything you need to accomplish that. Now, some of you may already be there. Some of you may already, you might be in the 200, 250, 300,000 range. But for those who are not, you know what? Stick with Miss Janet. I'll get you across the finish line and you can do the rest. We have, as I said, we have new digital products. We have ebooks. And for every ebook that we have an audio book. That's right. If you don't want to read it, you can listen to it. We have checklists. We have different types of commentary. We have blueprint. And you can have a one-on-one consultation with me. we have one half, I have 1/2 hour consultations and 1 hour consultation. But you can find all that out in my link tree. And the link tree is in the description. Is the link tree link is in the description below. Okay. All right. Let me slow down because I'm going to start stuttering. Yeah. All right. So I think I've covered everything, my introduction. Let's get started on $100,000 in business funding in 2022. All right. So put my trusty glasses on, and I think I'm going to do this so I can enlarge it. There we go. $100,000 in business funding. Now, let's talk about what we're going to talk about tonight. We're going to talk about about me, JLS Success Central, my team, and myself assisting multiple businesses get approved for up to $100,000 in funding in 2022. Every time I go online, you're going to hear about it. Every time when you go on my Instagram page, you're going to see that, because that's what we're focused on. And we're going to give you the tools that you need to get there. Now, if you are do-it-yourselfer, you can do it yourself. But if you need us, we can get it done for you too. We can work with you one-on-one. All right. But we have a plan. Now, I'm not going to talk about the plan on this live, but just know we have one. But every week, every Saturday at 5:30 that I come on live, I'm going to give you more and more information, more and more information. It's up to you if you can execute the plans that I'm setting forth. If not, we can do it for you. Okay. So, we have, as I said, we have ebooks and audiobooks. We have bundles. So you can get bundles. You can, we have bundle offers for you that can help you. We also have individual or a bundle of checklists where if you know the direction you're going in, you just need to make sure you don't miss any steps. We have checklists as well. And you can get that through our link tree in the description. The link to the link tree is in the description below. All right. Talking too much. Get busy, Janet. All right. Now, okay, first we talked about JLS Success Central. We talked about helping multiple businesses get approved for $100K in funding in 2022. All right. Now, these are the topics that are going to be covered. Every time you come onto one of my lives, I'm going to set forth what the topics are going to be about. Okay. The second topic is make sure business info is congruent across all business credit bureaus, meaning it has to be the same. And we're going to discuss that in more detail when I get to that slide. Okay. The next one is updating info on all 3 business credit bureaus. That means if you discover something's not correct on one bureau, you want to make sure, like I said, that everything's congruent, everything's the same across the board. Okay. And I'm going to discuss that, how that can be done. All right. And it's very, very important because you can fool around and have a split file, and it is not easy getting them to merge it. Trust and believe. Not telling you what I heard. I'm telling you what I know. Happened to me. Don't want it to happen to you. Okay. And the next one is boost business credit limits with these 2 secured business loans. And the last one is 3 tier 2 vendors that report to Experian and Equifax Biz. I think it's more like 4. I might have 5 on here. And they're not necessarily tier 2, but they help you build up your Equifax and your Experian Biz. See, everybody focuses on Dun & Bradstreet, the 80 paydays. Yeah, that's a good thing. But you need more than Dun & Bradstreet to build your credit file. You know, Dun & Bradstreet, they're the oldest, they're the largest, they're the boss hog in the credit bureau in the credit business credit industry. However, you need Experian and Equifax, because guess what? When the credit card issuers, they don't go to Dun and Bradstreet, they go to Experian or Equifax for funding, for dollars and cents. They don't go to Dun and Bradstreet. They go to Experian Business and Equifax Business. Now, your vendors, your net 30 vendors, a lot of them, or most of the time, they're going to go to Dun and Bradstreet. But still, you have some net 30s that pull Experian Biz and Equifax Biz, especially the ones with high credit limits. Okay, so we're doing good here. All right, I'm still by myself, but I'm cool. I'm cool. All right. So the next one is now we're breaking it down. We're on the first point or the second point. Biz information absolutely must be the same. Let me say that again. Business information must absolutely be the same. It has to be the same. I'll tell you what happens. Well, let me go through this and I'll tell you what happened to me. Okay. All business information must be the same across all three business credit bureaus. Actually, I'm going to add another one to it, but I'll speak more about that on my next live. But right now, we're going to talk about 3 plus 1, and I'll tell you the other one. Okay, your geographical information has to be correct. That means your address, your business address. And of course, we know we don't use a P.O. box or mail spot or mail stop or our address or our parents' address or our friend's address. We use a brick and mortar building. And now you might have a virtual address, but you know what? It's still an office building. It's still an office, so your geographic information must be the same across the board. You must have a virtual address. Okay. All right. Now your geographical information, and I should have added your telephone number. Your telephone number should be a toll-free number, and it should be listed. It must be listed on nationwide, in the nationwide 411 directory and the local 411 as well. All right. So there are certain companies that will register you with 411. Ring Central, if you get your number through them, they offer the 411 service. They'll register it for you free. But if you don't have Ring Central and you're using another more economical, because Ring Central is a little pricey, if you're using a more economical phone service, then you can do it yourself. And it's I think it's listyourbiz.com or listyourself.com, but I will make sure I have that information and put it in my description, okay, on the next video, all right, or on a video that I do next week, all right. So key personnel. Now, when the credit bureaus, they indicate who is the key personnel. Is it you? Is it somebody else? Or you need to put the name down. There should not be a blank there. So sorry. So anyway, you want to make sure you put someone's name there, preferably yours, and your revenue. You want to project your revenue. You don't want to, if you made, say 90,000 this year into 2021, well, you want to project you're going to make more, because that's what we do. We believe we're going to make more. We believe we're going to double and triple our revenues. So project what your revenues are going to be when you complete an application. All right, your time in business is very important. Very important, and employees, that's important as well. Is it one? Is it three? Is it five? Now, if you put down annual revenues of $250,000, and you only have three employees, something's wrong with that. If you have 250,000 in revenues and you only have five employees, well, they're just going to question that. So just, keep it real, but project your income and always put how many employees you have. That can help. All right. Now, the NAICS code and the SIC code, there's certain industries that lenders just don't deal with. And if you don't put your NAICS code in, the credit bureaus will put it the closest one that they can find. They will, put that on your credit, on your business credit profile. And you don't want that. You want your industry that you represent. You want it on your credit profile. I'll tell you, my NAICS code, my tax person used a wrong NAICS code about 2 years ago. And I tell you, that thing followed me around. I had to fix it. Every time I was turning around, I had to fix it. So you get your NAICS code and your SIC code. That's NAICS.com, NAICS.com. And when you get your NAICS code, you put in your industry, you put in your business, what type of business you're running, and then it will take you to your code. And then there's a corresponding SIC code that you can reference. And most of the time, you're going to need to put both of them or provide both of them for the credit bureaus. Okay. Now, Experian Small Business and Equifax IntelliScore typically follow D&B's lead because Dun & Bradstreet, they're the boss hogs of the business credit industry. So whatever on does, you want to make sure it's on Equifax. Let me back up. Whatever's on does, make sure it's correct, and then duplicate that with Equifax and Experian Business. Okay, so let's go to the next slide. Now, here we are, updating your credit reports. Child, it is not an easy task updating your credit report. I'm not saying it's hard. It just takes patience. It's a lot of moving parts to this thing. So you know what? You want to make sure it's correct in the beginning. But a lot of us have already been in business for a while, and we have this out here and this here and this here. Experian had a split file for me because what I had applied for credit and I had applied for business credit, and I put the business address and I put the mailing address. Well, guess what? Experian picked up the mailing address. So now there's an entry for my business with one address with the business address, the physical address. Then there's another file with my mailing address. So what happens? I had a split file. So I had to work with them on that. They fixed the mailing address, but now they changed the mailing address on one to the correct address, but now I got two files. So they have to merge those files. All right. So, the downside of that, when like I have an account with Nav. Nav's reporting, but it might have been going to one of those files and not the other. It's just a mess. But I got confirmation that they're merging the files, and God willing, sometime next week, I'll be good. But I'm not applying for anything else until they fix that. So I'm just telling you the downside, how something as simple as an address, how something as simple as a suite. On Dun & Bradstreet, they have my suite numbers 143, suite 143. On Equifax, they have # 143, number 143. That makes a difference. So at the beginning of this year, I started at the end of last year. I started like about 2 weeks ago. I am stopping applying for credit and I'm going through and I'm fixing this. And I'm doing the same with my clients. You know, instead of just keep applying and having these files split and all this mess, we're stopping right where we are and we're fixing it. Now, the ones that I am setting up from scratch is not as hard as ones who have been in business for a while and has some kind of credit established. But just know it's very important that your information be the same across the board. Now, updating credit reports. Dun and Bradstreet, you have to go to iUpdate. And I have the link here. And I didn't put it in the description below, so I'm going to say it. Or you know what? Take a screenshot of this and you'll have it. All right. So Dun and Bradstreet, the first place you start is iUpdate. And a lot of times, and it's free. A lot of times iUpdate, though, will take you to a marketing page for Dun and Bradstreet trying to get you to buy services from Dun and Bradstreet. When that happens, you call the 800 number and they will take care of you there. And also when you call the 800 number, they will send you a confirmation email with your the case number on it and everything. I am quite pleased with my interaction with Dun and Bradstreet, but again, it's a lot of moving parts to these things. All right. Now, Experian Business is just a little different because Dun and Bradstreet is free. You can just go on and update it if you're fortunate, because we used to be able to just update it on iUpdate. I don't know what happened, but at least you can call the 800 number and then do it. But Experian is different. You have to get a credit report, not from NOB, not from any other credit third party. You have to get it from Experian. And their credit reports, they are $39.99 through like $165. So of course I got the cheapest one for $39.99, and you mark on it after you get your credit profile from Experian. You circle what needs to be changed and write the correction, and then you upload it and email it. And I have you want to start off, though, when you go to the smallbusinessexperian.com, it'll give you directions. And also, if you're not comfortable with that, after you submit it, because they'll send you a confirmation email. Wait a couple of days and then call, because it takes 5 to 7 days, or 5 to 7 business days. Yeah, wait that 7 business day period, and if nothing's happened, call 888-211-0728. That's their commercial department, and they will help you. They're very, very attentive to you, to the business, to the entrepreneur's needs. Okay. And again, take a screenshot of this, because I didn't put this in the link below. In the description below. What's wrong with me? All right. Now, the last one is Equifax Small Business. All right. This is another one with moving parts. But when you have a creditor that, say, for instance, you apply for Uline, and Uline reports to all three, I believe. Yeah. And so for months, neither one of my files had any, they didn't have any Equifax. Nothing reporting to Equifax, but I knew I have a CEO Creative. I knew I had vendors that were reporting. Well, guess what? You have to go on Equifax. You have to go to Equifax.com, business, product, business, credit report, small business. You have to go there, and they have an option that you can activate your file. Now, if you want to be able to access your files, it's $99 a month. I go through Nav to access my files. But when I did that, guess what? Equifax updated immediately. They popped up on my Nav reports and my score. I had like a 500 Equifax score, because I didn't have a lot reporting to Equifax. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, when they fixed my Experian Business, my Experian went up, I kid you not, from like about 56 to 79. 79 ain't bad. You know what I'm talking about? 79 is not bad at all. And I'm just going to keep building on it. Well, the same thing happened when I got all of my information correct. Guess what? My scores went up because it was an accurate representation of my credit profile and my payment habits and history. All right. That's a lot, I know. Well, it's one more, and that's LexisNexis, and they can be a pain, but I'll discuss that on my next live. Okay. So moving right along. All right. Now, I'm talking about getting $100,000 in funding, business credit funding in 2022. Well, we need to boost our scores. We need to get more aggressive. We need to go get more aggressive in building our business credit. Because guess what? If I can get you to 100, guess how far you can get yourself? Guess you just repeat the process. We want to get aggressive with it. Sometimes or oftentimes we get a little passive. Okay, we'll apply for this and we'll apply for that. That's cool. Well, but let's apply for credit that's going to give us more bang for our buck. That's going to be high dollar credit limits, and it'll report as high dollars. Because when you're doing Uline and you're doing the Quill and all of that, I never recommended Quill, but I'm just saying when you're doing all those types, they only report what you are spending. They don't report your credit limit. But child, you get one of these accounts that I'm talking about. You apply for a secured business loan through a credit union, Navy Federal Credit Union, or Credit One in Nevada. Whatever your loan is for, your secured loan is for, that's what they're going to report. So if you can open up a savings account for 3, 5, 10, 20,000, guess what? They open up an account. Well, you have to become a member first. Then you have to, in Navy Federal, you have to become a member of their business. You have to get a business membership. And then they'll send you a link to apply for a loan. It's not on the website. This is an insider scoop, y'all. They will send you a link and you can apply. So say, for instance, you want a high credit limit reporting. You have $10,000. Oh, Miss Janet, but I need my $10,000. Okay. Some people might have it in savings. That's good. You can take that savings, put it in Navy Federal saving, borrow from it. All right. But what if you don't have it and you have it allocated for something else? You can't lose. Take it, open up a Navy Federal savings account, business savings account, borrow on it. Once you approve, they automatically, if you get $10,000, if you deposit $10,000 and you want 10,000 or 95% of, they automatically put that back into your account. Well, you can take it and put it back where you got it from then, but make sure, and the same thing with Credit Union of Nevada, the same thing with that. You want to make sure you pay your loan amount, and you pay it 10 days before it's due. And let me back up a bit. Navy Federal, you have to be an active, you have to be active duty, or you a veteran, or you have somebody that works there, or you have a family member, a sibling that's a vet, or that's on active duty, and they sponsor you if you're not in active duty or a vet, and you join the membership. Well, then you can join the business membership. And that's when and you tell your loan officer, this is what I want to do. They'll send you a link, child. And if you got 3, 5, 10, 20, whatever you have, guess what? That's going to report. It's going to report on business credit profiles. Okay. Now, because it's Navy Federal, it's going to show up on your personal account as well. Okay, so that's something you have to consider. The same thing with Credit One. And you know what? Just conduct your due diligence, find out. But I have not done this for a while. And when I did it, I didn't care about whether it was on my personal credit or not. But we kind of want everything to be on the business side. So just ask the loan officer, is this just going to report to my business credit, or it's going to be on my personal credit? Now, Credit Union One is in Nevada. And of course, if you're an employee or you're connected to companies that partner with Credit Union One, you can be eligible. But they also have a Credit Union One Development Association, and for $5 donation, and that contributes to continuing education for selected groups. With that $5 donation and $5 initial account deposit, you can become a member too. All right. So just check with the loan officer and see what the criteria is. And most important thing is it going to report to personal and business credit? Okay. All righty. So now that's how you can get a high dollar limit reporting really quickly. And I have some more, but I reserve those for my clients. Okay. But I'll drop little nuggets along the way for you. All right. And all right. So the next one is 4 vendors that report to Experian Equifax Biz, plus one more, but with no PG required. Remember I said earlier, Dun & Bradstreet, DNB, 80 Paydex, that's all good, but you can't do it just with that. Your credit file will be very, very slim if all you have is Dun & Bradstreet. You need a good mix, and you need net 30s, you need revolving, you need installment loans. And your revolving accounts and installment loans are most likely going to be reporting to Experian or Equifax. Okay. So the first one is going to be ConocoPhillips 76. They report to Experian, and I have the link in the description below. They're Synchrony Bank, but they are a no PG. You put in all your information, and then it asks you if you haven't been in business for over 2 years. If you haven't been in business for over 2 years, they're going to ask for a PG. But if you've been in business for over 2 years, and then they give you a choice if you want to PG it, just skip it. You don't have to. Now, they're going to ask you for, you have to verify who you are. So you have to provide that information. But if you don't PG it, they're not supposed to run your personal credit. And the way you avoid that is make sure your Experian is locked. All right. All right. Your credit profile, your personal profile is locked when you apply for ConocoPhillips. Okay. Now the next one is Ohana Office Products. They're new, and they're in California. They're in Sherman Oaks, by the way, and they report to Equifax. Now, what's so cool about them is they're easy to qualify for. They will accept you I think you have to be in business at least 90 days or something like that. And but I have the link in the description below. And you'll get a $2,000 limit off the bat. I have a link that it's in my description below. Click that link and it'll take you to the website. And I got that link from Credit Builders because that's how I got my $2,000 is $2,000 credit limit, through, and I think it's because of the affiliation with creditbuilders.com. All right. So anyway, you have to spend a minimum of $80, and you don't, where's my instructions? All right. You do not, hold on, I got some instructions here. You do not, when you order, of course, you don't pay right then. You select bill my net 30. All right. And then they'll bill you. You'll get a bill in your email, box. So, and make sure you pay them 10 days before the invoice is due. Make sure you do that. And guess what? The next time you order, if you spend over $80, say you spend $87, $90, guess what? You get another $1,000 increase. So there's $3,000. Next month, you know what? I needed what's this right here? For my printer, I needed cartridges. And so instead of buying one cartridge, I bought 2 cartridges. And I thought they were going to automatically give me that $3,000, but they didn't. But I'm going back to order some more so I can get another $3,000. And then the next month, I'm going to order more. So you can see how you build it. I'm trying to build a $5,000 credit limit with them. And they report that limit, not what you pay or what you bought or what you purchased, not the $80. They report your credit limit. Okay. So I have the link in the description below. All right. And I don't think I did tell you all subsequent orders over $80, you get a $1,000 credit limit increase. How cool is that? Now we're talking about getting funded for up to $100,000. So we need some larger lines of credit, 200 and 800 and 1,000 is good to start off with, but we need to take it to another level so that we can get bigger funding. Okay. So I told you about the secured loans. The more you put in your savings account, the more you can borrow. And well, you can borrow up to that amount. And they immediately, once you approve, within 72 hours, they put that money back into your account. So you take it and you can repeat the process if you want to somewhere else. It's up to you. But you have to make sure you pay your loan and you pay it 10 days in advance. Okay. Well, that's a way that you can get $5, $10, $20,000 a credit limit. Okay. So now, and then we talked about Ohana. Well, ConocoPhillips 76, we were approved for 3,000. We got a low limit. We don't have a lot of people. We don't have a lot of vehicles. We only have 3. It's 3 of us, and that's how many cars I got. I had one company give me 5, but when I found out that I had to pay for each car, I sent them, I didn't want to do business with them. So ConocoPhillips, yes, I'm paying that fee for the 3 cars. Okay. And so we got 3,000 from them. Ohana Office Products. Right now, our limit is $2,000. I have a couple other clients, their limit is $2,000. But like I said, we're being aggressive. So they're going back, they paid their bill already. They ordered, and within, 10 days, not 10 days before it was due, but 10 days from the time they ordered, they paid the bill. And child, let me tell you, they're getting ready to order again. So, and we're going to see how this extra $1,000 works. And if it works the way they say it's going to work, game on. So that's a way to get another $5,000. Now, because you get that $1,000 purchase limit increase. All right. Walmart Community Net 30. I did a review on that. So you can go back and look at my video that I did like December 16th or something like that. And their credit limits are like 5, 10, 15,000. So my clients applied. I had one apply and was only granted 5 and they got 5. She applied for 10, she got 5. I have another one, he applied for 10, they only approved him for 5. But when he went to use the card or he went online to look his account, he had been approved for 10 grand. So he just jumped up just like this. And I'm talking about these are people that had they had a good payment history and they paid early. You know, they have like an 80 Paydex and they have 5 to 7 trade lines reporting on Dun and Bradstreet and 3 to 5 on Experian Equifax. So, but they didn't have large limits. You see, they didn't have large credit limits reporting. But shoot, by February, March, it's about to be on with them. It's about to be on because their limits are getting higher and higher. And when you apply for credit, they look and see what somebody else approved you for, how much you receive from them. And they look at your good payment history. So if you got 10 grand here, or even 5 grand here, and you apply over here, your chances of getting 5 to 10,000 or more is exponentially increased. Okay. So the next one is Red Spectrum Business Credit Builder. I think they call it the Red Spectrum Business Builder, but I put the credit in because it increases your credit score. It's like getting a trade line on personal credit. They report we got approved for $3,000. I am going to share this. Of course, I'm sharing it with my clients and so, but we just recently got approved over the holidays. We got an email, well, right before Christmas, we got an email saying that we have been approved, not for $3,500. And how that works is they have a $99 sign-up fee. Of course, these companies do. Some of them do. And then $54.95 a month. And what that does is they report every month. But they report that our credit limit is $3,500. And the more we pay, then we get increases. They have and you can get multiple lines of credit through them. You can have multiple, let me get it right. It's possible for you to get multiple, because they have a lot of products. They have different services that they offer. So right now I have 2 from them. I have one where I purchased their online. Why do I keep doing this? I have one where I purchased their online business plan. It's interactive. It's not one of the fill in the blanks templates. No, I think it was like $199 or something like that. But it was active. It was asking me questions that I didn't even know I knew the answer. I didn't even know I had thought about. I didn't even know I was doing those things. But it had me document these things. And then it had me set my goals up in attainable. My goals were attainable goals. I didn't just say I'm going to make 200,000. I had to put down how I plan to do it. Well, I'm going to increase my revenues. Well, how are you going to increase your revenues? Well, I'm going to create multiple streams of income with the existing business that I have, and so on and so forth. And I was, it guided me in documenting that. And it's so much information, business resources when you go on the Red Spectrum website. So I have 2 different trade lines reporting from Red Spectrum. And I'm happy about it, but I'm really happy about the 3,500. So I can't wait until I see it on my credit profile. And it's Equifax. And remember, my Equifax was like 5 something. I don't know. It was in the 5s after I took care of the issues with the address and everything, or getting it reporting. But my Equifax is about to blow up, you know, with this Red Spectrum Biz Credit Builder. So I have the link in the description below, and I'm going to talk about that even more on my next video. Okay. And I don't know if I said it or not, but the Walmart Community Net 30 account is Experian. All right. And Red Spectrum is, they report to Equifax. Now, here's one. You know what? When I first heard about it, I was told that they reported to Equifax and Experian and Credit Safe. So I was all excited, but something said, Janet, call and find out yourself. Trust but verify. I always, because I want to bring you up to date, verifiable information. Sometimes I come up short, but it's not, it's not because I intentionally do it. I just missed something, but I was determined because this was good. You know what? Ring Central doesn't report to anybody. So I've been paying for Ring Central for about 3 years. And prior to then, I had another business I paid them for 5 years, and they never reported anything. But Global Voice Direct, I was excited to hear that they report your payments. So you get your 800 number from them, and you make your payments 10 days in advance. I'm not saying paying on time. I'm saying 10 days in advance. And they report. They report to Credit Safe. Well, you like Credit Safe? Nah. And I started not to put it on here because I was told it was Experian and Credit Safe. But no, Credit Safe is fine because there's other vendors that report to Equifax and Credit Safe, or Experian and Credit Safe, or just Credit Safe, because Credit Safe is coming up. So we just want to, and we never know what institution is going to check out Credit Safe, okay? And Credit Safe is real good about documenting your internet presence. If you're not online, they're going to let everybody, it's going to be on their website. Everybody's going to know. If you have some Yelp complaints, everybody's going to know. And they almost as bad as LexisNexis. Nah, nothing's bad as them, but I will, I'll talk about LexisNexis next week. All right. So Global Voice Direct, they report to Credit Safe, and I think their prices are like $9 to $17 a month, whereas Ring Central is $59, $79, that kind of stuff. Anyway, all righty now. Where am I? Thank you, Joe. I made it through Q&A. We have 15 minutes of Q&A. Well, there's nobody to ask me questions, but understand, I'm only going to get better and better and better at this. So by the time you guys get online and get live with me, I will be awesome. I will be an endless reservoir of information for you, because I want you to get funded for $100,000 or more in 2022. I want, you know what my goal is? You're like, girl, I don't care what your goal. Yeah, I'm going to tell you, because now I want, in 2022, I want to increase my funding by this 100,000. And I said increase. Okay. So I'm not telling you where I am, but I said increase. But I want to purchase a automobile in my business, under my business credit. All right. I'm an investor I bought my first mortgage note in 2021, and it came, and I want to, and I leveraged some of my business credit to help pay for it. Well, this time I want my business credit to pay for the notes. So as I grow, and as I make these purchases, I'm just going to run back and tell you. And of course, I'm telling my clients, because you know what? We just got to think bigger, faster in 2022. All right. Well, this is Miss Janet with JLS Success Central. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I'm sure it's going to be on replay, but guess what? I am so excited that you took the time to watch it. And don't forget to follow us on Facebook and Instagram. The links are in the description below. Check out our link tree. Exciting, exciting, exciting. As a matter of fact, we're going to add more products to the link tree in the coming weeks. Okay. Wow. All right. 50 minutes and 30 seconds. God is good. Hey, remember, faith without works is dead. Whatever it is that you say you're going to do in 2022, write it down, write the vision, make it plain, then execute that plan. All right? Execute it, no matter what it is you want to do. Faith without works is dead. Hey, this is Miss Janet with JLS Success Central. Oh, I'm so excited. I just love, 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 love live. Hey, I'll see you next week. 5:30 on Saturday, 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. All right. Oh, I hate to get off. But I got to go. I got to go. Grace and peace. Miss Janet out.